chips. We're going to make some kale chips for everybody. Yay, yay, kale chips, kale chips. Hi everybody, this is Selena and Amor. We just wanted to say what's up, and today is actually April 8th, 2012. What'd you say, sweetie? Oh, right. No, of course I'm going to say that. It's yours, like cooking more with less. Ha! Yes, it is cooking more with less. Today we're going to make kale chips. So many people kind of wash over the basics and the simple stuff, and a lot of people don't know how to make them really, really well for your kids and for themselves. So I just wanted to show how easy and quick it can be. And we have our cooked kale. You can use any type of kale. There's also another type called lacinato, and it's like the dinosaur kale. People call it dinosaur kale. But kale is great. It's really, really, of course, rich in calcium. We already know. Yeah, you can start to break it up. You can start. You already know how to do it. So we just washed the kale, and Amor loves being involved in it because I tell him to keep the pieces really big. So he just breaks them up really big. You try to break it around the stem so that you don't get the hard middle in the center. But keep them as large as you can. Good job, Amor. And then we're going to season them up and just throw them in the oven at like 325 degrees. I'll tell you how long for. This is good. So again, we just try to keep the stem out. I save my stems and use them for juicing at a later time. Good job. Can you take these leaves off for me?
I can let them take the leaves off.
Thank you. So you just, again, very, very good. It's almost like a broom for your small and your large intestine. So I like eating kale a lot because it's just such, for me, it's my favorite greens out of all of them. They're really, really rich in calcium as well as vitamin C, funny enough. And they're excellent to juice, but for a little bit of flavor and some crunch, we like to make kale chips. Twice a week, we try to do a bushel for twice a week. And we keep it really simple. And, yep, pull up all the stuff. And again, save your stems. And this is how your kids can become involved in really enjoying greens. So many people are like, how do you get your kids to eat in? It's just doing it and involving them as much as possible. And again, I think that flavor is key. So we always season ours with a little bit of cold pressed olive oil. And then we season it with a little bit of hard rock sea salt. Some people use soy sauce. I don't really like the soy sauce because it actually makes the leaves a little bit moist. And you want the leaves to stay as dry as possible so that they can maintain the crispness. Sure, you can finish that one. They can maintain the crispness at the end. So when I use soy sauce, it tends to make the leaves a little wetter, and it's harder for them to almost like dehydrate and stuff. So yeah, some people don't like heating their greens, but with a child, it's really difficult to get them to eat raw salads constantly because it's actually very fibrous. It's very hard on their stomach. So good job. Excellent. So again, we get our olive oil. Olive oil. You can use it in this. Here you go, more. And we drizzle it on top of all of the kale leaves. Go ahead, you got it. Good boy. And then what you do is you rub them together. You rub the leaves together so that the oil is as evenly distributed as possible. You're funny. There you go. We also put it, we also use it on our body when we run out of lotion, and it's great for your skin and for your hair. So Amor is already multitasking and putting it on his body because it's really, really nice to use on your hair and your body. And Mommy makes an olive oil face pack, and he sees me take the bottle out. He's like, "What's that?" I started making my little olive oil face pack. So we're really familiar. So we're just.
I want them together.
You are rubbing them together. So you rub the olive oil together just to make the leaves nice and moist, not too dredged. A lot of people go, how much olive oil do you use? And instead of me saying literally like a tablespoon, thank you, Amor, multitask, cooking more with less. So, okay, so this is the part that you watch out on. Because if you put too much, go ahead, here, take a sprinkle. Let me see you do a sprinkle. That's it, that's it. Go ahead, sprinkle all over. We're going to just use his. So when you use a sprinkle, no. I tell you all the time, don't think it. But it's weird. His uncle likes salt, like straight salt. His Asir's brother. And he does so much things like his uncle. He doesn't like wearing shoes at specific times. Like when we're at the beach or when we're outside, Amore's always shoeless. And he's always like, I got to take my shoes off. And we always go, Shawnee, because literally Rashawn is the family member that does not like wearing shoes. And you must have some type of salt and cayenne pepper when it comes to Shawnee. So shout outs to Shawnee. And also, you know who we have to shout out?
Yeah.
We have to shout out Grandma today. We have to shout out Celia because today is her real Mother's Day. She gave birth to my sister today.
Can I do a self, please?
No, because the cumin can get a little heavy. I'll hold the back of it and you can sprinkle the front. So I like a little bit of cumin. Yeah, we don't like too much. You'll be surprised. I like some cumin. I do sprinkle a little bit of turmeric on it at times. But we're going to keep them really simple and just do one that most people can like. The cumin just adds a nice flavor and like almost like a little smokiness and a little exotic pizzazz to it. And I don't like it plain. I like it with a little bit of cumin. It gives it a little flavor. And we keep all our leaves with the integrity as large as they can be. And then we go in on the cayenne. We do a little cayenne for some extra vitamin C. Cayenne is, of course, you guys know this, but for people that don't, is the highest in vitamin C. So if you ever find yourself getting sick and you don't have vitamin C tablets, you can always make yourself a cayenne tonic. Throw like 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in a little dish or whatever. Apple cider vinegar, a lemon. Most people use this as like the detox thing as well. But I find that when you are getting sick, it's really, really good to drink as, also if you feel a little stagnant, a little low in energy. But it's cayenne pepper, olive oil, apple cider vinegar, a splash of maple syrup, and mix that bad boy together. Drink it. And when I say a tad of olive oil, you can use like a teaspoon. Did you try tasting it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So with that, we're going to throw it in the oven. We keep it in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes and just keep turning it and checking it. I say turn it and check it because I keep it in there literally for 12 minutes. And then when I turn off the oven, I leave the leaves in there for like 5 more minutes so that it could just emulsify and all come together. And they're done. And when they come out, they might seem like a little flat, like look flat. We'll see if we could time it because I'm trying to keep things on 15 minutes so I don't have to edit anything because I'm not the master editor. But we are the master cooks, cooking more with less. Morzy, say Happy Mother's Day, Celia. Happy Mother's Day, Grandma.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mama's Day, Mommy. We miss you always. And happy birthday to my sister, interestingly enough. Okay, we'll throw this in here. More, you're going to think? Remember, you keep the babes away from the oven. I throw it in there at 375. I'm going to bring it down to 350. Actually to 325 because I don't like them to burn at all. They can get really dark green and then they just chill and mellow out. So we just cooked some kale chips. I'm going to see if I can pause it and then come back and show you how they look after, or they just maybe show us eating them. But that's how you do it.
This is it, what? Lucini pouring from the sky, let's get rich, what? The Jiki Vines and Sugar Dimes can't quit, what? Now pop the cork and steam the Vega and get lit.